Hey everybody, welcome to Stride Lasts Longer. Today we're going to be joined by MLG Pro player Lunchbox via Skype. We're going to be going over some Halo Reach King of the Hill gameplay submitted by Stupid Luke. Lunchbox?
Yep, I'm here.
Let's get to it. Alright, so at the beginning of the game, King of the Hill, what do you want to do?
Off the start, you want to always try and get the weapons. That will set the pace for the game for your team. Off the start, you'll see him charging tube here, which is a good play. He throws his nades and he gets the tube.
After you have the tube, then what do you want to do as far as you're positioning yourself?
I always think the tube does well in the hill, especially the top hill, because he can watch the opposite side of the base, you know, if they're coming up the hill ramp. So whenever you have tube, you want to make sure that you're trying to guard the hill guy and really just try and pick off a kill or two and just get some extra hill time.
Gotcha. So right now he's sitting on top of blue base. What are his main objectives in the position that he's in right now?
Right now, when you're sitting top of the base, you want to really put down a lot of shots and then check for spawners nonstop. Anytime that you get a kill, you should be checking for that spawner, when they're about to spawn. Because as you saw right there, they spawn behind him, and that's a very common thing on Nexus King of the Hill. They'll spawn behind you. Even if you're blocking spawns, they can spawn opposite side of the base. So you really want to make sure you're blocking closet spawns as much as possible.
Gotcha. So right now it looks like there's a new hill location. What is your best setup for this hill?
Our best setup for a side hill is always just having a guy in the window, laying shots down and watching for pushers. You always want to control snipe, a guy in the hill, and then the fourth guy can kind of roam a little bit and kind of be wherever necessary. Normally rock side is a good spot. Just really your main focus is just guard hill and not let them push through and get shots into them if they do push.
So that sniper rifle, he's picking it up, making some moves with it. Positioning yourself with a sniper rifle on this map, where is a good place to go?
On this map with sniper rifle, you always want to try and get it to a base, I would say. If you can get it into a base, you have a pretty good angle here to see most of the map, especially when the hill is at the base that you have sniper. And you really just are trying to get a pick or two. That will stop them from pushing and allow you to get quite a bit of hill time.
He's kind of lighting it up with the sniper. He's lighting it up.
Yeah, right there you got a lot of shots down from window. That's one of the better spots in this map to sit. And that's the main reason you can get a lot of good shots into people, and especially while they're pushing to try and get your hill guy out.
He's just sit here all day getting the killing frenzy. Man, he's feasting right now. What are the keys to his killing frenzy that you just saw right there?
The main key is he was able to lock down window, and his team had hill as well. So, you saw the other team just kind of blindly charging to try and get that hill, and he was there to put a ton of shots in and control the base. He got the sniper in the base in the beginning of the frenzy, so, he really was controlling the base that whole frenzy.
Is it necessary to have someone on top base at all times?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously very important. I think more importantly, though, the guy in the base needs to block spawns. You really want to just try and make sure that your teammates in front of you don't have to worry about them spawning behind. So if you're blocking spawns, they won't have to do that. So, you want to make sure you're moving around the base a lot when they're spawning to try and block the spawns and pre-nade and whatnot.
How do you block spawns?
Yeah, so in this game type especially, if you get a kill or two, the closet spawn is a very common spawn, and also snipe side of the base. So, you can always run back to closet side of the base and stand actually in closet while they're spawning, and that way you can block that spawn and they won't spawn there. And you don't really have to worry about taking yourself out of the battle, because if you have one or two people dead on the other team, your team should have numbers anyway. So you're not really baiting your teammates or anything like that by doing that. It's really going to help your team out if you can block the spawns and not allow them to spawn there.
All right, Lunch, so what grade would you give Stupid Luke?
I would give Stupid Luke a B+. He controlled the bases a lot, sat windows, and focused on helping his teammates and putting shots down. I think one thing he could work on is, he made a few pushes by himself to try and get the hill guy. He really needs to wait for his teammates and try and push together.
Lunchbox, thank you for this super informative episode. Guys, that's going to do it for us here at the MLG HQ. Be sure to check back to MajorLeagueGaming.com/lastlonger, where we're going to have more pros, more tips, and of course, more Stride Lasts Longer episodes coming out soon.